see that it's true. It's nothing they explain. It's like a diesel train. You better not be there when it rolls home. And when that train rolls in, you won't know where it's been. You got to try to see a little further. They love each other. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true.
Hey, hello and welcome, Potters pregame. Mark the Phantom Low here with Jeff Giacomini, the coach of the Humboldt Crabs. Coach, thanks so much for making time for us. I just wanted to get you up here and talk to you a little bit. And I was looking at the story about you getting the job, and this is your first year as manager, but you got a pretty long history with the Humboldt Crabs, don't you?
Yeah, no, I've been with the Crabs 12 years now, so it's been really great. It's just an honor to take over for Robin Geyer, who just did such a great job for many, many years, and so just doing my best to keep those traditions and those values in place.
Well, you're selling yourself a little short, though, because from what I read, you were not only a coach, you were also a player, and a pretty darn good one back in the day for the Crabs. You
Yep.
could tell us a little bit about that. Three-time MVP of the team.
Yep. I was really successful and very fortunate the 3 years that I had with the Crabs. So, it's a place that I really fell in love with
Yep.
immediately. Just met some really great people, and the community really embraced me. And I actually met my wife there in 08, and so that's where we live. We live in Arcata, so I live like 3 blocks from the ballpark.
Yeah, it said in the article that you and your wife, Mona, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you and your wife decided you were going to settle there, and when you decided that, according to what it said in the article, then you decided, hey, I want to be the manager of this team. So is that something that you'd thought about back in the days when you were a player, or is that just something that came to you a little later after you'd coached a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Once I started to coach, I realized that hey, I'd like to be the manager at some point. I really, and I'm still a cage rat. I still like working with the guys and getting after it and working on their development, and just helping them get better and to go back to their school, better than
Right.
they came in. So I still really enjoy that process and that part of it, but. The manager role is definitely something that I've wanted for a very long time.
Well, I know you're on a tight schedule, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of other things if I can. First of all, I know that you, as the coach, your experience with putting the team together in the summer, but now it's your first year as the manager. So as the manager, it's tough. You're taking these guys from all over the place, and you're trying to throw them together and put it together. What are some of the toughest parts for you, but what are some of the pleasures for you?
Just these guys just showing up and giving me their absolute best every day. And, the toughest part was probably learning the recruiting for the first time. So diving into recruiting, meeting all the schools, and developing those relationships, and still maintaining the relationships that, we've already had. So the Crabs have a very long history, 82 years.
Yes,
but,
absolutely.
There are still coaches that are out there that, you still have to communicate with them, and you have to prove that, hey, I'm going to take good care of your guy. your guy's going to come to Humboldt, and we're going to make sure that he's in a good place.
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing, Coach, I've heard so many years, Willie Preston, who's over behind us, the PA guy, has been up to Humboldt. He's seen a series up there. He's raved about it. Yeah. Just tell us a little bit about what it's like to go out to a Humboldt Scrab game in Humboldt. What kind of system? I know there's heckling. I know there's bands. There's all kinds of stuff. Just kind of put us in the sense of what goes on.
It's a community that is in love with the Crabs, and they cherish the baseball team. They cherish what it is, and they're just a great group of people, and there is a lot of them, and it's just it's a long time history that we have going. A lot of the fans that we have now, they were kids, and that's just what they do during the summer, and so without them we wouldn't be able to do it. So the experience is a bunch of crazy baseball loving Humboldt folks that just do a great job showing up every single day for us. And
it sounds awesome.
We play our hearts out for them. So
it really sounds awesome. Coach, I know you're on a tight schedule. We got a ball game coming up. I thank you.
I got to go do a mound visit.
That's right, Coach Jeff Giacomini. Nice enough to spend a couple of minutes with us. We're back with baseball right after a short break on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Potters fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Lincoln Potters. Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
You, our labor is rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley President of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors, store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helped us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Are you ready for some Potters baseball? Potters baseball brought to you by Stones Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California for some more PEL baseball with the Lincoln Potters hosting the Humboldt Crabs in Game 3 of their season opening series. Both teams have won a game, so this is truly the rubber match. Mark the Phantom Lowe here, along with Evan, the Big E, on the controls, and we're bringing you this one on a Thirsty Thursday. And you know something, Evan, I have heard that is a $1 12-ounce drafts, and I have not seen anybody carrying a beer yet. And I'm saying, what's going on? Are these people not listening? If they're not listening, I'm going to start yelling at them. First of all, they're half price off general admission tickets. So you're in here, you got money. Obviously, you got, because you're going, how much am I going to need for the game? Okay, and you get here and you go, oh, wait a minute, half price? Okay, so now I've got this kind of money in reserve. What are you going to do? Oh, well, $1 draft beer sounds pretty good. Why don't I get one of those? All right, so got that off my chest. And what else? Yeah, we got a baseball game and a big one. Drew Brown on the mound for the Potters as they're taking on the Humboldt Crabs, and everybody seemingly in the PEL is 1-1 after the West Coast Kings beat Healdsburg last night, although the Mudcats are 2-0, and they look strong this year out of the Solano area. Solano Mudcats are 2-0. Everybody else is 1-1, and the Giants are 0-2. Potters lost the game on Tuesday 3-2 in a real nail-biter. Then yesterday they fell behind 4-0, came all the way back and won that game by a count of 12-4. Drew Brown is on the mound, his fourth start of the summer for the Potters out of Charleston Southern University. They are the Buccaneers, as we have found out in the past. He's going to face Tyler Howard, Alex Harrington, and Ryan Vandenbrink, the first three hitters for the Crabs. Hope you saw our talk with Coach Jeff Giacomini of the Crabs. Was a great player with the Crabs, was assistant coach with the Crabs. This is his first year as their manager. Interesting what he had to say, that one of the things he had to deal with was recruiting, talking to coaches and everything. Browns fastball at 93 is outside 1-1. Adam Enyard bats fourth, and Kamana Soares is hitting fifth. The catcher, Jimmy Mullen. The third baseman, Everett Johnson, Jaden Shabry, and Joe Fagan. That one misses outside again by Drew, who was 13 innings, 15 hits, 10 runs, 11 strikeouts, 7 walks. Had a tough outing last time, a no decision against Peloteros, where he was touched up for 5 runs. So he's trying to come back strong, and he misses outside with that. 3 balls and 1 strike to Howard, who is 2 for 8 in the series, does have three runs batted in, playing out in center field tonight for the Humboldt Crabs. 3-1 pitch. That is on the corner, call strike 2. 3-2. A little early start, 6:05. It took me by surprise. I don't know. I didn't know it. I just saw it, on the internets today. Said 6:05. Can that be right? I went on some text thread I'm on with people I don't know. Ran right towards short. That is a Bland out there, pairing across the diamond, gets him at first base for the out. Are you one of them, Luke? Are you one of them? Okay, so I guess I know one person. So 1 out, and Alex Harrington will be the hitter. Let's look at that defensive lineman, Perrin Bland, as we saw at shortstop. At third today is Cash Brennan. Second, Carson Moore. First, Brady Dobson. Behind the plate is Kyle Pedersen. In left, Mays Matson. And center, Jordy Lopez. Okay, let's change that to Jordy Lopez, and then right, Quincy Marlboro. Didn't sound right. Brown's first pitch, a beauty, in there for a strike to Alex Harrington. Out of Stanford University, 0 for 3 in the series. Came in at 368 on the year. Swings and misses at that one from Drew. So Perrin Bland back at shortstop. I think his dad, the mayor, is over there. I didn't see Mom today. She was here the other day. That one is just a little bit high and inside, 1-2. But Dad's over there hanging out. I'm wearing my Meridian Blue shirt today, which is fantastic. I think everyone will have to agree. Line drive on a hop to second, backhanded and under the glove of Carson Moore into right center field for a base hit. A clean hit. Carson just had one chance at it, tried to stab it, and could not contain it. And Harrington will have the first hit of the game, a single to right center. He is on first with 1 out, and Ryan Vandenbrink will be the hitter. Ryan has had a tale of two cities in these 2 games. He was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts in game on Tuesday. Then last night, 3 for 5, and he had a run driven in. His 4th of the season, just played a couple of games before coming here for the Humboldt Crabs. Right-handed hitter. And he'll take that one for a strike. Ryan out of Oregon State University. He's followed by Adam Enyard, who's out in right field today for Humboldt. Short lead at first by Harrington. Beautiful night for baseball out here. Still time if you're in the neighborhood. Come on over. You don't have much money. That's okay. You can get it. You could have a great time in the park tonight, and I'm including admission for like $10. I mean, you can have a great time. That's lifted foul down the right field line. Giving it a lot of chase is Quincy Malbrough. Saturday night is the next home game. It's Piper's birthday. Untold hundreds of other mascots will be in attendance, or maybe untold single digits of other mascots. It's always a lot of fun. First 500 fans, Piper bobblehead. High fastball. 2-2. I mean, someone doesn't have a bobblehead. It's right up here on a shelf. And having a bobblehead's pretty cool. Piper had the first ever bobblehead for the Potters 10 years ago, and now bobblehead number 2, and Willie Preston still doesn't have one. Is that justice, I ask you? Swing and a miss at a breaking pitch. Beautiful pitch by Drew Brown. Vandenbrink is out on strikes for the second out here in the inning, and here is Adam Enyard. Adam is 2 for 7 in the series so far. Came into the week at 375 and has 3 home runs. Harrington still at first base, still with a shortish lead. Kyle Pedersen is the catcher tonight. That's popped up. Right side, Brady Dobson's going back. He's in foul territory. Now he gets out of the way, and he thought he was called off by Carson Moore, but ended up dropping between the 3 of them. Malbrough came in from right field, so hopefully that's not a miscue that's going to cost the Potters down the line, as they had the pop-up from Enyard. It looked like Brady got it, and then it sounded like, or looked like, he felt he was being called off. Carson Moore came over, but not in time to make the catch, and it is just a strike. 0-1. Looks like our scoreboard is not really operating, so Willie Preston's going to have to be announcing kinds of information in-house. Sharp grounder out to Perrin-Plan. He's going to go to second, and that's the inning. The slide by Harrington came up a little bit short at second, but it didn't really matter. No runs on a hit, and they leave one. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Crabs nothing. Potters coming to bat.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of the first inning, Potters coming up against the left-hander Miles Standish. He will face Jordy Lopez and then Mays Madsen and Quincy Malbrough, the first 3 hitters for the Potters. Standish, a left-hander. I think this is his first appearance. I didn't find any stats on him. He delivers that one. It's in there for a strike. So 0-1 on Lopez, who's 488 on the year. A home run, which he got last night, and 14 runs batted in, and he takes strike 2. Outfield, straight away. Left field is pretty shallow for Jordy. The rest are medium deep. Lines it down the third base line. That's a fair ball. It goes over into the bullpen. Lopez rounds first. He'll make second easily. The throw will come into third, and Jordy Lopez starts off the bottom of the first with a double. First hit for the Potters puts him in scoring position right away and brings up Mays Madsen. Mays had an interesting night last night. He was 1 for 4. Scored twice, drove in one. He drove in one with his only hit, which was a bunt single with a runner at third. And then he was hit by a pitch. Stole second on the throw that went into center field. He took third, and then when they were too slow getting the throw back in, he said, I'm going to keep going, and he scored. So quite an eventful night for Mr. Madsen, and he's up here now hitting .238 with 4 runs batted in. At third is Mullen. He is playing in close, and he shows bunt, and it's down low. Jimmy Mullen at third, Joe Fagan at short, Jaden Chabry at second, and Everett Johnson is over at first. Cabana Soares is the catcher. Harrington, Howard, and Enyard in the outfield for the Humboldt Crabs, and Miles Standish on the mound. Finally, we see some guys carrying the beers. Let's go. Sir, you have to drink all. And then Madsen takes, and it's outside. He's got Mullen coming up from third. He's got Johnson crashing in from first. Fagan, the shortstop, is trying to keep Jordy Lopez close so he doesn't get too much of a jump in the case of a sacrifice bunt. And now Fagan goes back to his normal spot. Mays swings and misses. Got a good-looking pitch to turn on, 86 miles an hour, but he was a little bit off, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. There he bunts that one down the third baseline, but foul. The old try to leave the batter's box before you bunt the ball kind of thing. And unfortunately, the angles don't quite work, so it's 2-2 now on Mays out of St. George, Utah, and Utah Tech University. UTU. That's why they don't call it Utah Tech Institute. That would be wrong. 2-2 on Mr. Madsen. Well, the president having to do triple duty. Always does triple or quadruple duty. He's got to do more now. Taking care of the scoreboard. That is ball 3. Just a little outside. Good spot by Standish, but Madsen takes it, so he runs the count full at 3-2. Quincy Malbrough is next for your Lincoln Potters. Madsen swings and misses. Standish gets the strikeout, and a big one for Miles Standish, and he'll face Quincy Malbrough. Malbrough at .429 with 12 runs batted in. Had 2 runs single in last night's game. He's got Lopez at second. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Just getting started. Good crowd still following. I think some people thought it was 6:30. And the great part about that is even if you're late, come on, you got a half-price ticket, so it's okay. You're only paying for 5 innings anyway. 1-0. And then, of course, when you come in, you go, $1 beers? I got to go down the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Now it's working. Well, see, that's the parking lot Potters, Lucas. So they're always supporting. They're always out there. You got $1 beers? We'll go show people how it's done. Quincy fouls that one off over toward the on-deck circle where Aiden Diome, tonight's DH, waits. After Aiden, it's Perrin Bland, the shortstop, then Brady Dobson, the first baseman, batting 6th. Cash Brennan hits 7th. He's playing 3rd tonight. Kyle Pedersen, the catcher, and Carson Moore, the second baseman, rounds it out with Drew Brown on the hill for your Lincoln Potters. 1-1 on Quincy out of Purdue University. Takes the ball down in the dirt. 2-1. Soares doing a lot of work already. Standish, it looks like, likes to work down low with it. Not overpowering speed on the ball, but he's good location. Mixes it up, mixes up the locations. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Quincy. Lines it into right field, and that is going to be down for a base hit. Cut off in there by Adam Enyard, but the runner, that is Jordy Lopez, will score, and it's an RBI single for Marlboro, and the Potters have struck first. They lead it 1-0. 13th RBI for Quincy Marlboro, and that will bring up Aiden Diome. Perfectly placed. Good job by Enyard to get over there. The ball hit softly. Could have gone angle-wise to the fence, but it hit softly, and Enyard was on the way over to cut it off. So Marlboro now at first base, 1 out and 1 in. And here's Diome, who's hitting .452. Aiden takes outside. 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in for Mr. Diome out of Roseville, California, West Park High School, and headed to University of Arizona. Marlboro has that look about him over there at first base. We haven't seen Standish's move yet. Comes to the plate, and it is outside again. 2-0. Diome may be the best strike zone recognition on the Potters. He has got into 0-2 holes or 0-1 hole a couple of times this summer and worked his way back, getting the base on balls by being selective, fouling off what he didn't like, and eventually wearing the pitcher down. And he's ahead in the count on this one, 2 balls and no strikes. Standish hit 87 with that last one. Big chopper out towards second base. It's going to be a play for Chabry, and he goes to first. Nice play. The throw goes back behind the runner, but Marlboro stays close to second base. It is a 4-3 put out for Jaden Chabry, the second baseman, and Perrin Bland comes up with a chance to drive in another one. He is the leader in RBI with the Potters, 17 on the summer. The young man out of Meridian, Mississippi. He was at Troy, came back from Troy, was at Chipola College, and now is looking for his next place. It's a grounder right at the shortstop, Joe Fagan. Across the diamond, he gets him at first. So the Potters put 1 up on the board on the Marlboro single, and we'll go to the second inning. They're on top, 1-0.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanadic Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of.
Top of inning number 2, Potters on top, 1-0. Cabana Soares will be our first hitter. Then Jamie Mullen and Everett Johnson against Drew Brown, who gave up a hit and had a strikeout in the first inning. Soares hits it sharply out to shortstop. Bland sticks with it. Barron across the diamond for the out. So 1 out here in the inning. Soares out of Cabrillo College and the University of Nevada, Reno, hitting .423. His first appearance in this series. And here's Jamie Mullen, who was 0 for 3 last night. He's hitting .367 out of Sac State.
Number 20, third baseman Jamie Mullen.
Mullen made a tremendous play last night, a diving catch. He's followed by Everett Johnson, then Jaden Shabry and Joe Fagan. That's hit well in the left field, a base hit by Jamie Mullen, and 3 or 4 of the people to our left go crazy, so I guess that's right, Sac State, so there you go. Probably had a pretty good local contingent of fans, and he has himself a single. 1 out, 1 on, and here is Everett Johnson, the former Potter, out of UC Davis. .250 on the year, 0 for 3 in the game on Tuesday. He is playing first base tonight for the Crabs. So 2 hits so far for Humboldt in this one. Brown goes over to first base. Potters wearing their powder blue uniforms with the white pants. Crabs are coming in with sharp red tops and white pants as well. Go over to first base again, and back is Jamie Mullen. Potters off tomorrow. 7:05 Saturday, 6:05 Sunday. That'll be against the Marysville Giants. That one's fouled back to the screen. 0-1. Then the Potters are off on the 22nd and then go visit, looks like they go play the Packers and the Mudcats. Then on the 25th, we're back here against the Mudcats, and the 26th, Fresno Athletics. Okay, Eli, we already have the umpire chatting with the Potters dugout. We have a lot of chatting. So they are disputing, I guess, the pickoff call. And going out there, and it's getting a little bit, we got his arms out to the side. The umpire is putting the finger in the face. Now he's got the shot on the thing that, as you can tell, this is a lot of energy being expended on a second inning conversation. Eli not happy. Umpire doesn't want to do too much. It's only the second inning. So it's 0-1 on Johnson. The contention is about Jamie Mullen. And as we saw it, Jamie has his fans here, so we can't be too rugged with him. That's a nice-looking pitch, and it's strike 2. You know, we can't antagonize anybody's fans, because fans buy beer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you've got to see everybody's point. Pipro goes smooth it out. Swings and fouls it off. Johnson stays alive on that one. It is 0-2. Jaden Shabry, the second baseman, on deck. He follows Everett. Not a big lead at first. Swing and a miss on the slider. Second strikeout for Drew Brown, and he'll face Jaden Shabry, who's hitting over 500 for the summer. 12 runs batted in, and he is 2 for 3 in the game on Tuesday. Jaden out of Delta College, I believe, yes. He was at shortstop on Tuesday, played a very good shortstop, and then Joe Fagan played a very good shortstop yesterday, and Joe is there today. They've moved Shabry over to second base. Colton Boardman was there the first 2 days, and he is out of the lineup today as the first pitch goes wide. Joe Fagan on deck. One ball and no strikes. Chopped out to Bland at short. He's going to go across the diamond to first and do it quite easily. Another good inning for Drew Brown. Gives up a hit, gets the strikeout. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Potters on top 1-0.
Buy a personalized brick for you, your loved ones, or your business, and show everyone your commitment to Lincoln baseball. Framed and engraved by our own Lincoln High Ag program students, your brick will be featured on unique movable brick walls. Find your name in the stadium entrance for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Then visit your brick in its permanent home inside the stadium. Bricks can be purchased here for $250. Get it now at friendsofmcbean.org.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
Five Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Bottom of inning number 2, Potters on top 1-0. Brady Dobson, Cash Brennan, and Kyle Pedersen against Miles Standish, the left-hander from Santa Rosa Junior College. And Dobson, who's hitting .346, with a home run and 7 batted in, will start us off. Santa Rosa Junior College, the Bear Cubs, in there for a strike. Now, some people are texting and saying, "Fam, didn't you know Miles Standish?" Well, I did when I was young. He was a senior when I was a sophomore. He had to go off in the Mayflower to the New World, though. That's fouled out of play. Miles Standish was a heck of a guy. You know about Miles Standish, Lucas Statwalker? Well, I'm talking about the one back in 1620. That came over on the Mayflower. Oh, man, he should be part of your history classes. Where'd you go? You told me you went to Granite Bay. They didn't talk about Miles Standish? Chopper down the third baseline. That's going to be a tough play for Mullen. He comes up throwing. The throw is going to be just a little bit too late. He did everything he could, but Dobson beats it out for the third Potters hit. Yeah, Miles Standish came over on the Mayflower with Pilgrims, man. They made him the protector of the entire colony. The guy was awesome. He's like the Chuck Norris of the Pilgrims. And here's the crazy thing I found out. He lived till he was 72. Do we understand how much that is in the 1600s to be 72? That's like 200. I know what you wanted me to say, 67, right? So you could do your thing, yeah. It is like the Bible. It's like Abraham or somebody. Miles Standish is the Abraham of the Pilgrims and the Chuck Norris. Thank you for letting me crystallize that, Lucas. Well done. Breaking ball is fouled by Cash Brennan, who is 2 for 9 so far as a Potter. He is making his debut in this series. Yeah, Miles Standish was badass. 0-2 on Mr. Cash Brennan as Kyle Pedersen waits on deck. Beautiful night for baseball. Great crowd out here. No surprise there. Dobson leading at first. Swing and a miss. Now, did he foul it? Yes, he did. Stays alive. As Mr. Barry Gibb would say. Yeah, great crowd out here. Of course, it's $1 beers, and it's half price. So, yeah, there's a good crowd. Plus, it's a great matchup. Rubber game of this series. Each team winning one. And the winner will vault near the top of the PEL standings at 2-1. Brennan takes outside. Cabana soars behind the plate for the Humboldt Crabs. Hope you got our talk with Coach Giacomini of the Crabs before the game. That's right. You got 2 hands, Lucas. You come back with 2 beers. That's the way it works. Swing and a miss. And Brennan is out on strikes. Yeah, you come back with 2 beers. You lay down. You give it to your buddy. I got this round. $2. $2. It's the best need. It's the best night to be at the ballpark, maybe all year. See, that guy's a slacker. He's got 1 beer. Come on, dude. You got no friends? Okay, you're right. Here's Kyle Pedersen, 2 for 7 on the season for the catcher out of Roseville. There's a nice-looking pitch in there for a strike. Standish hitting his spots. Has given up 3 hits. Of course, Dobson's was just a high chopper on the infield. Mullen almost made that play. Dobson just beat it out. Kyle swings and fouls it down the right field line where the parking lot Potters would hang out, but they're all in the park, leading the charge to the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Good place to get a beer bar. Oh, and 2 now on Kyle. Number 9 hitter tonight, Carson Moore on deck. Swings and misses. Standish gets a couple of strikeouts in a row, gives him 3 on the night, and he'll face Carson Moore, who's hitting at a .371 clip with a home run and 7 RBI out of Cameron Park, California, and San Diego State University. Dobson led off with the infield single. He has been over there for a while now. Moore lays off the high fastball. 86 from Standish, 1 ball and no strikes. See, a lot of those Potters reusable cups. A lot of them. It's another good promotion from the people upstairs in the penthouse. That's high, 2-0. That one, of course, the one with when the Potters, and we got a double. The first batter got a double, so a whole row of fans got free doubles. That's a great one. The best one, of course, when you buy a 24-ounce beer, then you got a free ride on a mechanical bull. That was pretty tremendous, too. Moore pops it up left side. Left fielder comes in, Harrington, then he goes back and manages to corral it and make the catch. So an good inning for Standish after the infield single. We'll go to the third. Potters lead this one 1-0.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of inning number 3, Drew Brown back on the mound. He'll face the number 9 hitter Joe Fagan. Then Tyler Howard and Alex Harrington, Mark the Phantom Lowe, along with E. Evan the engineer. And we're also joined by my third inning guest, former Potters intern turned photojournalist and journalist, award-winning journalist. We've talked to him all the time as there's a chopper out to shortstop. Bland tried to short hop it and let him make the play. That was a do-or-die play, and Fagan reaches base. It's Jordan Georgeson. Sorry, your introduction got cut off in the middle of the play there, Jordan, but welcome, my friend.
Thank you. It's always good to be on, and it feels like, it's been 2 weeks since I've been on, which is probably some type of record for the longest time in between appearances, but hey, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, you told me, I guess it's a fact, you came up with, I thought, that's a big game tonight, as it's inside fastball to Tyler Howard. It's a big game tonight, who's going to win the series and everything, but you came in and gave me some sort of historical fact or something.
Yeah, it's, you look at the PEL and it's infancy of a league, but the first year, this Crab series, the Potters won the series against the Crabs, went on to play for the PEL championship, and eventually lost to Healdsburg. Last year, the Crabs won this series, and they went on to the PEL championship and eventually lost to Healdsburg. Now, I'm not saying it's a death sentence in the PEL championship series, but this is a pivotal series in terms of getting to the postseason. And, we know it's a long season ahead, but at the same time, how many times in baseball do we see it always coming down to 1 or 2 games that you kind of look back at going, man, if we just did that different, if we, that one went a little different. So, rest assured, it may be mid-June, but I think both these teams know what's at stake with this series.
Yeah, it is kind of unusual to start the season against a team like Humboldt or like Healdsburg. Usually you kind of ease into the season, not to say that any of the teams are pushovers in this league, because they're definitely not. But this is a kind of had the feeling of a big one coming right out of the gate. And the game on Tuesday went down to the wire at 3-2, and the Potters fell behind yesterday. Howard hits it down to third. Nice play over there. Over to second for one. That's a double play. 5-4-3. Give credit to Cash Brennan at third. The turn by Carson Moore at second. That's a big play for the Potters. And Jordan, we talked about it. That's the kind of thing that wins league games is defense.
And, that's the type of thing that in previous years we haven't seen sometimes. We'll see an error happen on those plays. And some of it is, hey, it's summer ball. That's going to happen. But getting to make those plays consistently, which this team has done so far this year, has been huge, and I think it's a testament to the 16-1 start they have.
That's a broken bat out into center field. Lopez coming on, makes the catch, and Jordan, I guess that's it for you. You're done.
All right, well, I thank God I'm not paid by the hour.
Wait a minute, I forgot there's a bottom of the third. You can stay for that. Nothing for the Crabs in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Potters clinging to that 1-0 lead.
Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
whistles.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Time for the game. Well, I'm sorry. I was watching the Expressions Academy of Dance, and their second. See, this is a different crew than we had the last time, and I think they're just as good at the first, if not better. Jordan, what do you think?
Well, that's what they say about the Expressions Academy of Dance.
Yes.
The depth at that school, it's unbelievable. You don't see it anywhere.
We just saw it just now. Bottom of the third, Jordan Jortson's up here with me. Obviously, the engineers over there. Mark the Phantom Low here. Top of the order, Jordy Lopez, Mays Madsen, and Quincy Malbrough. And Jordan, you work for Gold Country Media. You guys are, into all the high school sports. I know football is not that far away, but baseball season just concluded, and you guys, from what I hear, got some awards you're going to give out.
Yeah, we did. So our official Gold Country teams are going to be coming out in the next week, but, I can give a little teaser here that Potters coach Eli Garcia has been named our Coach of the Year for this year, and well-deserved after leading Roseville to back-to-back section titles and a NorCal title.
That is fantastic. So great honor for Eli. Now, what does Gold Country Media pretty much, is it a Placer County thing? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, so it's Placer County and then the Folsom area too. So,
okay.
Those schools up there. I think in total we have 21 high schools that are on our beat in some capacity, and then 3 colleges with Sierra, Jessup, and Folsom Lake. And, as you know, we keep an eye on the local schools because a lot of our guys are going there.
Jordy Lopez with the base hit, his second hit of the day, and Mays Madsen, who you talked to, I think, in a column that you wrote before the season.
Yep, early in the season I got to talk to him and just what he's expecting this summer and his family lineage. A really cool story. All of his brothers are Division I athletes. His dad was a former D1 coach, which I guess if your dad's a former D1 coach, you don't really have much of a choice but to be, a D1 athlete. And then when he's the younger brother of, Boise State's quarterback and another D1 baseball player as well, you probably have no choice but to be pretty athletic if you're getting beat up by older brothers.
He pulls that one back as it is called to strike, so it's 1-1. Yeah, so still, you've been doing it now for a couple of years, and I think, you like covering all of it, and you are everywhere. Ubiquitous is the word I like to use. But is football still kind of number one?
To me, it's always going to be my first love. I started playing it when I was very, very young, and growing up in this area, it's been a football-heavy area, going to Del Oro High School, which is, quote-unquote a football school, especially around the time I went there. I think it's just kind of been ingrained in my blood, and, unfortunately, high school football is the only time I get joy in football season as a Raider fan.
That's true.
So I've got to enjoy watching some semblance of good football while I can.
Lopez steals second base, and he is out there with one out. 2-1 count, I believe, on Mays Madsen. He's still thinking about maybe putting one down. We'll see. Bunts it foul just like last time. Now he put himself in a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
And with the speed he has, too, him being able to put one down, that's no guarantee that it's going to be an easy out at first base.
He had a brilliant bunt yesterday, but he's been up here twice and taken a strike and then bunted the foul down the third baseline, so he kind of puts himself in a hole when you take that first strike. And now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quincy Malbrough, who singled in a run his first time up, is on deck out of Loomis, California, and Purdue University. 2-2 to Madsen. And there's strike 3.
I know that one ain't a strikeout, but being the son of a coach, you think Madsen probably grew up appreciating the value of small ball a little more than your average player, and it's probably what makes him so dangerous when he's able to get those bunts down.
4 strikeouts for Miles Standish and Quincy Malbrough coming to the plate. 13 runs batted in now for the Potters right fielder as he picked up one tonight. Comes in at 429.
I want to say this is the third summer we've seen Malbrough out here in a Potter uniform.
Yeah, it's been great. He's one of those guys that, he's one of those guys that gets kind of ingrained into the team, and you go, well, how long has he been on the team? I don't know, maybe a year or two. It's like, 3 or 4. He's just part of the team. It seems like he always has been. And the Potters have been blessed to have a lot of guys like that over the years. Just great guys, all the way back to the, Charles Middleton and Isaiah and Eli, Matt Lopez, guys like that. Even before that with Austin Swift and Will Law. And, just had guys like that who just keep coming back. Jake Frederick was another one of the early, I think one of the top guys early on, at least when I came here. I mean, he was pitching for the Potters. He's still in Del Oro. I think he wasn't even a senior. He's still pitching. He's pitching big games. So, yeah, Potters have been lucky to have guys like that who come back. Trey Furry is another one.
And I think what's most impressive is when their eligibility's up, you see them back here in the stands, too, taking it in. They just don't want to go away.
That's lifted into left center field. It'll be a tough get, and it'll drop in for a base hit. Well read by Lopez, so he will score. And Malbrough comes up with the single that scores Lopez for the second straight time. The Potters lead it 2-0. Jordy Lopez did something, I think, Jordan, that a lot of people underestimate in a base runner, which is figure out if the fielders are going to be able to get it and get a good jump on a ball that looks iffy.
And, you know, that was a great read, too, because that wind is blowing towards left field right now, and that could be a tough ball to judge. So, in a way, you're kind of taking a gamble, and it paid off for him there and rewarded with a run.
Aiden Diome, who grounded to second his first time up, really been impressed with him last year and this year, Jordan. This is obviously a really good player. I mean, he's going to Arizona, but
you talk about it, the high school guys that play here when they're still in high school. He came in when he was a junior in high school and joined that rare company of, you know, Daniel Susak. Belding is one of them. And, I mean, most of the guys that have come on to play here when they were still in high school have gone on to play big-time college baseball.
Yeah, and he was really good last year, too, in his first year. He hits that one to left field. That's going to be a tough play, and it's over the head of the left fielder. Go all the way to the fence. Malbrough was going on the pitch, will score easily, and Aiden Diome's going to settle into second base with a double. Potters put another run up on the board. It's now 3-0 Lincoln.
And that's a little bit of the home field advantage you get here at McBean Park. I think that was going to drop either way, but that sun is just brutal in left field early in the season, and a great hit there for Diome, and brings Malbrough home, and the Potters are kind of putting themselves in the driver's seat early.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, too, it's not only the sun, which obviously is, I mean, today, for a while, it wasn't a problem, but that wind, which we usually don't really deal with that much. So if you put the two together, you get a left-handed batter who hits the slicing shot. That's a tough play by Harrington out in left field. And as I think you said, he's probably going to be over his head anyway, but it was a tough play to navigate. Here's Perrin Bland, whose dad just came by to say hello, the mayor of Meridian. It's Perrin has grounded to shortstop tonight, so he's 0 for 1.
I think we need to say, can we call Perrin Bland the mayor of Meridian as a nickname? I think that's a...
Well, the mayor, his dad is the mayor, so you can't really call him as a nickname.
You call him the junior mayor? I don't know. I mean,
no, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like it when you call him the mayor's son. Watch it, mister. We call Perrin P.
Okay,
that's
I
what
like
we call him. You're going in dangerous territory there.
I shouldn't be
Even
doing
Evan's
that.
like, dude, don't do that.
He
was here. He knows. Evan knows what the mayor was talking about.
But see, I need to stir the pot. That's kind of what
you don't want to stir the pot with that.
That's fair. That's fair. Not with politics.
Not with mayor. Not with the mayor. And especially not with Mrs. Mayor.
That is
She's
fair.
the one who brings the good stuff like the Memphis Blues shirts and stuff like that. And a great-looking hat as well. There's a chopper into the hole. Hagan has a backhand. A sensational play by the shortstop to get him at first base. Absolutely sensational. Into the hole, turns, throws it on a hop, and gets Bland at first base. Plus, Diome has to stay at second because the ball was in front of him. So that's a great play by Fagan helping out his pitcher, and it'll bring up Brady Dobson.
And talk about the sun, too. That's not an easy play looking at that, and you're kind of just blindly throwing it and then having a tall first baseman there like the former Potter Everett Johnson probably helps take away a few inches there, too.
Yeah, that's just a really fine play by Joe Fagan. And Bland, unfortunately, has to suffer because he had himself a good chance at a base hit there. Here's Dobson, who has an infield single, and he lifts that one down the left field line and foul.
Dobson's been one of the lights in this lineup, too, where middle of the order you may not always think of, but he's got the walk-off. He had the huge home run on Tuesday, and he's someone that feels like this Potters lineup is really consistently contributing 1 through 9.
Yeah, and they really have, and I don't have this in front of me, but they really have a lot of left-handed hitters, really powerful left-handed hitters, maybe more than they've had in a while. That one's hit slowly out to Fagan at shortstop. He'll scoop it up, double clutch, and he did not get him at first base. Dobson beats it out.
And I think that second clutch is what hurt him. And
oh, yes, definitely did.
It's a tough play to make either way, but.
You know, I've noticed, Jordan, that a lot of times, I don't know what it is about this season, it seems like fielders are making more throws on the run than they have in a long time. Nobody's able to set. They've all got to come in and go right to get it, and they throw it on the run. I mean, Diome is great at it. So is Carson Moore. Luke Euler's really good at it, too. So it's really a factor in these infielders these days. And Fagan double clutched on that one, and going to first base is Miles Standish. Cash Brennan is the hitter, another left-hander. He has struck out in his only appearance today. Cash out of Rockland, California, I believe, also headed to Arizona. Brother Peyton was a tremendous potter, talking about great potters.
Really was. And I think what's interesting, too, is we saw Peyton being a power bat, and he had the speed and all that, but Peyton was an outfielder, a power bat, and, kind of a 3-4 hole hitter guy. And Cash is really more of the infielder, kind of a quicker guy. I mean, he's still got some pop to him, but you watch Cash and you watch Peyton, and, I mean, they look similar. They're wearing the same number, but you wouldn't guess they're brothers if you watch their style of play.
They're actually, they would play together because one's infield and one's outfield, so they wouldn't take each other's position.
Maybe it's how they grew up with that.
0-1 now. Grounder down to third. Mullen pops it up. He's going to have to hurry. He guns it to first and makes the play. Another good play by Jamie Mullen to third, but the Potters score 2 in the inning. We go to the fourth. Thanks a lot, Jordan. I forgot to say thanks, man. Thanks to Jordan Georgeson. Maybe I'll bring him back later because the innings went fast. Top of the fourth coming up. Potters lead 3-0.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there. Top of inning number 4, thanks to Jordan Georgeson of Gold Country Media for stepping in and hanging out for an inning, which went half fast and half not so fast. Ryan Vandenbrink will start us off here in the 4th. He will take a ball. He'll be followed by Adam Inyard and Cabanasaurus. 3, 4, and 5 for the Crabs, who suddenly trailed this one 3-0. There's a chopper down to third, handled down there by Cash Brennan. And the throw is offline, but the tag was made. And he is, I don't know, he's out at first base. I think he's calling him out for leaving the baseline. It seemed like it. It looked like he didn't think Brady tagged Vandenbrink. Ryan's not really saying anything, so a little wild throw, but give Dobson credit for making the play over at first base, and it'll bring up Adam Inyard. Now the manager's going to go out, our friend Jeff Giacomini, and go, what in the world are you calling, dude? Because it looked like Vandenbrink just was trying to avoid the tag, and so he went out around Brady Dobson. And I don't know if it looked that way to you, E, but it looked like he was saying he was doing the out of the baseline, yeah, and not the he tagged him line. Which if you're the umpire, you just go, hey, yeah, he tagged him, and then you're okay. Anyway, 1 out here, and Inyard, who had a fielder's choice in his first appearance, 2 for 8 in the series. He takes the ball, 375 coming into the season, or coming into the series with 3 home runs. Crabs lost their first game of the season last night. They lost to the Potters, so they are 13-1, 1-1 in conference, as are the Potters, who are 16-1 overall. But it's all about PEL now. Quickly 2-0 on Adam Enyart. Swings and misses. 2-1. Enyart out of Sac State from Bakersfield, California. 2-1 pitch is fouled off back to the right side, and it'll even it up at 2-2. Saturday night, Piper's birthday. First 500 fans get the bobblehead. It'll be a 7:05 first pitch against the Marysville Giants. Chopper to third. It's a fair ball. That's a great throw right there by Cash Brennan. That's a very difficult play. And he makes the throw in over to Dobson with the big stretch. 2 outs here in the inning. That time the ump made no. He said, nope, he caught it and he was on the base. I'm going to point at it, and that is why you're out. Cabana Soares, the catcher, who grounded it short his first time up, back in the second inning, is up here now with 2 outs. Brown from the windup. Nice pitch inside corner at 89. 0-1 on Soares, who comes to us from Cabrillo College and then heading to University of Nevada, Reno. Chops it foul, and it's 0-2, which I believe is the same school as our buddy Luke Euler. Yes, it is. Luke not in the lineup tonight. Brennan is at third. Bland is at short. Carson Moore's over at second. That's in the dirt. And Dobson at first. Aiden Diome is our DH, sometimes third baseman. Cowbells are going as it's a 1-2 count on Cabana Soares. Misses inside. 2-2. Kyle Pedersen behind the plate for the Potters. Activity in the pen for Humboldt. Looks like a right-hander is up and working. Lifted into right center field. I don't think anybody's going to get there. It's down for a base hit. Lopez gets there right away, but holds Soares at first base, but Cabana has himself a base hit. 4th hit of the game for the Crabs, and it will bring up Jamie Mullen. Looks like Aiden Dorsch, who was a starter on Tuesday, loosening up. Unless well, that's what we got. So here's Mullen. Takes outside. Nice play by Pedersen. He guns it down to first base, and Dobson has to make sure it doesn't get into right field. Mullen singled back in the second. 367 coming into the series, was 0-3 in his only appearance. Playing down at third base and playing quite well from Sacramento State University. Soares not really off the bag very far. Mullen takes a strike. 90 miles an hour from Drew Brown out of Charleston Southern, the Buccaneers. Our second Buccaneers, because Jackson Henderson is from Shelton State, also the Buccaneers. And they have some sweet hats. Thanks to Shay Henderson and April and Bobby, Donna. That one's hit high and deep to left field. If it is fair, it is gone. And it is foul. Wow. I don't know how you could tell. It was hit so high, you almost need to extend that foul pole up a long way. That one was crushed by Mullen. And Mullen's going to come back and just think about that. That one had to feel really good because he just gave that one. That was no doubt city right there, except for the fact it was a foul ball. One and two. And almost got the inside corner. Tried to come in on him with the off speeds. 2-2. Everett Johnson from UC Davis on deck. playing at first base tonight for the Humboldt Crabs. That's lifted high up in the air to right center. Lopez rounding up on it. He's got room, and he'll make the catch. So Mullen hit it about 700 or 800 feet if you count foul balls, but it doesn't add up to much of anything. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters on top by 3.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 4. New pitcher is Aiden Dorsch, number 22, who was the starting pitcher on Tuesday, went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 1 run. And he will face Kyle Pedersen for the Potters here in the bottom of the 4th. It's in there for a strike. So Standish went 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 4. Did not walk anybody. And Aiden Dorsch is in. Three and a third innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. That was on Tuesday. And it looks like Soares might have sustained some sort of injury there. And here comes the pitching coach out as well. And Tomlin, my buddy. Checking Soares' hand. So we'll take a couple of pitches. He seems like he's going to be fine. You know, it's easy for me to say. Pedersen followed by Carson Moore, then Jordy Lopez, the top of the order for the Potters here in the 4th. They have the 3-0 lead, but as we saw by the foul ball from Jamie Mullen in the top of the inning, Crabs have some pop in the bat, so you cannot. 3 is by no means enough for your Lincoln Potters. They're trying to grab the 3rd game of this series and take the opening series 2-1, and Soares is okay.
Pedersen steps back in. Kyle with an 0-1 count. He is out of Roseville, California. Dorsch is from Youngstown State University. They are the Penguins. Swing and a miss at 91 from Aiden. Pedersen, Moore, and Lopez here in the fourth. And it is ball 1-1-2. Potter's upcoming schedule. We've got tomorrow is off. Then the Giants are in on Saturday and Sunday. The Marysville Giants, new members of the PEL. Swinging a foul. Then off on Monday the 22nd, on the road for the 23rd and 24th. We're back here Thursday the 25th against the Mudcats. Friday the 26th against Fresno. Then a couple more days off until we take on the California Tigers on Tuesday the 30th and Wednesday the 1st of July. And then off until the 4th of July, which is the West Coast Kings. So it's a PEL game on the 4th of July, 6:05. Maybe a ticket or two remaining. Check out LincolnPotters.com. Those fireworks are insane. Pedersen fouls it off. And then the day after the 4th of July, which is usually the 5th of July, the Healdsburg Prune Packers come to town. I believe that's their first visit. They'll sneak into town on the 5th at 6:05. So a couple of big matchups, a couple of off days between now and the 4th of July. Potter's on the road for a couple of games as well, including a visit up to Humboldt at the end of the month. Pedersen hits it down to third. Mullen scoops it up, takes his time over to first, and the ball squirts out of the glove at first base to Johnson. Johnson will be assessed the error at first base, as I don't think the ball bounced. It was a low throw, but it did not bounce. And it's the first error committed by the Crabs. And Pedersen is on with Carson Moore coming to the plate. He flied out to left field his first time up. Pedersen had struck out his first time up. That was against Miles Standish. Mullen going to come in at third a little bit with Moore at the plate. Lopez on deck has doubled and singled so far after getting 2 hits last night as well. Carson hits it sharply to the right of shortstop. Fagan goes down to a knee, goes to second for one, to first, not in time. But a nice play again by Joe Fagan at shortstop, keeping that from going into left field, turning that into a fielder's choice. Moore is at first base with one out, and here is Jordy Lopez. He doubled and scored in the first, singled and scored in the third, both times off Quincy Malbrough RBI singles. And Jordy's up here with Carson Moore down at first base, and one out in the fourth. It goes back to the backstop. Chasing it down is Soares, but getting to second base is Moore. That'll be a wild pitch, and it moves Carson up 90 feet. 1 ball and no strikes on Jordy out of Elk Grove, California. Was at UC Berkeley. I believe he is in the portal, and he is hitting right around 500 this season, so he's really showing out here so far for the Potters. There goes the runner. The pitch is inside. It goes all the way back to the backstop again, and Moore will get credit for a stolen base. He has put himself in position at third with just one out. Lopez hopefully can pick up the fourth run for your Lincoln Potters. 2 balls and no strikes with Mays Madsen on deck. Madsen has struck out twice. They might be not messing with Jordy, and we'll take our chances. We'll see as the infield has moved in. 2-0 pitch. Outside 3-0. Haven't given anything close for Jordy yet. Green lights in the summertime, 3-0 pitch, and it is strike one. That was, I think, a self-imposed take by Jordy Lopez. George delivered it across at 87 miles an hour, so he took a
an MPH or two off. 3-1 coming up. That's ball 4. I just don't know if he's that upset about that, as he's got Madsen, who has struck out twice, and he's got the double play in order now. It's interesting to see if the Potters do with Lopez at first base. Madsen struck out twice against Standish. That was a left-hander on left-hander matchup, and he's got the right-hander Aiden Dorsch out there now. Mays has 4 RBI on the summer. Potters threatening here, first and third, and now we're going to get a pitching coach visit for Aiden Dorsch out there on the mound. We'll go back and look at the Potters, who scored 1 time in the first and 2 times in the third. And they are threatening here with Carson Moore at third and Jordy Lopez, who's been on base all 3 times now, over at first. I haven't seen a lot of people with the dollar beers coming by, Luke. I think everybody's, oh, there's a bunch down. Okay, here we go. Those don't look like dollar beers down there. Oh, really? Oh, I see. Okay. Limited time offer, huh? LTO. I like that. I like that. Make it exclusive. I like that. So I like what we did. We changed the game time on people so they didn't know when the game started. Then we go, that's good stuff. The evil geniuses up in PR really coming through today. Conversation over, and Mays Madsen getting ready to come up to the plate as we have conversation between Lopez, the first base coach, and the umpire, and we seem to have settled that one. Perfect night for baseball out here. Little breeze, but not unpleasant at all. Here's Madsen. Mullen creeping in at third. There goes Lopez. They're going to throw through, and here comes the guy from third. The throw to the plate will be in time. Did the tag get replied? No, he didn't. Around the tag was Carson Moore, and Soares doesn't agree. Look at Lopez. In the confusion, in the disagreement, he sneaks out there, and Giacomini is going to come out, and I think he might be of a mind to be ejected from this game, I think. The umpire was, I couldn't tell from here, the umpire was standing there looking right at it, and Carson Moore, what a brilliant steal there. Lopez goes to second, and in the confusion takes third, and beside himself is my pregame guest, as he just doesn't know how that came out of the umpire's mouth. He's going to keep. If I'm him, I might think about it. Get my team going, and Giacomini will go back to the bench, and maybe he got something off of his mind, but I don't think he got satisfied at all on that play. As the Potters, they handled it perfectly. The shortstop, Hagan, came in and gunned it to the plate. The ball was here before Carson Moore, and Carson showed a little bit of spatial awareness there as he snuck around and got safe. And then Lopez, following in the confusion, makes it all the way to third. So the infield has to stay in. Unearned run, that will be counted as. Madsen hits it sharply past the shortstop into left center field, a base hit. Mays comes through with an RBI single, and the Potters have grabbed a 5-0 lead. Big hit by Mays Madsen, and the Potters take the 5-0 lead. And here's Quincy Malbrough, who's got a pair of RBI singles tonight. Malbrough has 14 runs batted in. He's trying to catch up to Perrin Bland with his 17. Quincy steps in against Aiden Dorsch. That is the Potters' 8th hit already tonight. They had 10 hits in Tuesday night's game, but left 10 runners on base. Last night, a 12-4 win, they came out with 13 hits. Nico O'Rourke warming up. Madsen goes, pitches low. The throw is on the money, and he is out at second base. So Soares throws him out. Johnny Camacho, actually, number 15, he is warming up in the pen for the Potters. 2 outs in the inning. Soares with his second beautiful throw to second base. And now Quincy Malbrough's going to go over and talk to manager Eli Garcia. Maybe he was supposed to swing or something at that and try to help Madsen. So Potters have scored twice, once on a double steal, and then Madsen delivered this RBI single, scoring Moore first and then Lopez. Moore scoring on the double steal and Lopez on the single. And Quincy and manager Eli Garcia having quite a long discussion there, which the cameraman extraordinaire, has got in there. It's a good thing he's covering his mouth because we could have lip readers coming in there. They're going to have to do like they do on the majors with us and put like stuff in front of their mouth when they're talking and stuff. We got the cameraman extraordinaire. So Quincy stepping in after the conversation with the big man. Aiden Diome waits on deck. That's outside, back to the backstop, 2-0. Potter's wearing the powder blues today with the orange numbers. Quincy proudly sporting number 8. Two balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Three 3-0 now on Quincy Malbrough. Ball 4. So 2 hits and a walk for Quincy, and Aiden Diome, who has a ground out and a double, will be the hitter as the Crabs hastily getting a left-hander up. Looks a lot like Dugan that we saw yesterday. Here's Diome. Quincy looks like he wants to take off. He does not, and Aiden swings and fouls it back to the screen. Not that close to your camera, E. Kind of close, but not that close. Oh and 1 on Aiden out of Roseville, California. Perrin Bland is next. Oh and 1 on Aiden. Malbrough again getting 1 foot on the turf over there. There he goes. It's outside. Soares' throw. It's a little bit on the shortstop side, and he is safe. Just a touch on the shortstop side. So Lucas tells me there's a Jimmy. What's Jimmy talking about from Meridian? Wants me to call every game. Don't I call every game? Isn't that my job? Oh, okay. All right, well, yeah, I got time. I got nothing going on. Jimmy, you and me. Only if Jimmy works with me, though. I got to have Jimmy as my color guy. And thanks for checking in. Thanks for the chat, Jimmy. Well done. That lets me know that Evan is actually awake and checking things out. That's nice. It's actually quality control is what it is. So Jimmy is our fan of the day. I think we can say that. Very, very much so. 2 and 1 on Diome. Nice pitch right there. And Diome is, I guess, out on strikes. Nobody knows if he is or not. Diome thinks he is. I thought it was 2 and 1. No, that's no, that's 3 outs. Okay, Diome is the only, he could have got away with 2 strikes if he had just stayed there, I think. So Diome is out on strikes. Sorry about the hesitation. 2 runs for the Pot as we go to the 5th. They're up 5-0.
You, our labor is rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA.
Top of the 5th inning, Potters up 5-0. Johnny Camacho is our new pitcher out of Stockton, California, and Cal State Northridge, or he's headed to Cal State Northridge. He will face Everett Johnson, Jaden Shabry, and Joe Fagan. And Johnson, being the first batter in the Farmers' 5th inning, if he makes an out in any way, shape, or form, it's half off Farmers. We know that, Luke. We say that every time that he's a former Potter. Evan, was he a former Potter? Thank you for your contribution, Evan. That was well done. Camacho outside. I believe this is his 2nd appearance of the summer. Sounds about right. But then I don't even know how many strikes there are. So, and nobody knew how many outs there were. So it was a mess at the end of the bottom of the 4th. Fastball's down low, 2-0. There's a strike. Back on June 11th, 1 inning, 2 runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout, but no hits allowed for Camacho. Swing and a miss. 92 from the right-hander. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jaden Shabry is next. Look out, that hit him right in the back. You hate hitting people, but you really hate hitting them when you have 2 strikes on them. So Johnson, former Potter, I've heard from some people. I don't know, a rumor, I guess. I'll have to check on it. Is at first base, and Jaden Shabry, the second baseman, will be next. He grounded out just short his first time. Drew Brown went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 2. So good job of control. Jaden Shabry is not a former Potter. But the guy in first base, Everett Johnson, he is. Okay? So Brown, 4 innings and 4 hits, 2 strikeouts. Didn't walk anybody, and the team played really good defense behind him as well. That one's fouled out of play by Shabry, who's hitting over 500 coming in with 12 runs batted in. He was 2 for 3 on Tuesday and then grounded to short back in the 2nd inning. Joe Fagan will be next, the number 9 hitter, the shortstop. Ground ball to second base. Moore has it. He's going to go to second for 1. Now Bland can't handle the throw, and everybody is safe. Trying to move fast so he could get the double play. Now the umpire called him out at second base. Well, that will be overturned. If he doesn't overturn it, then that umpire, that coach is gone. He's going to shoot off to the moon. So he's going to go over and talk to the other umpire, and this is a case where the other umpire will say, no, he didn't have it enough, he didn't have it long enough, and he's safe.
I think the Potters really trying to turn that one quickly. We're going to have to turn it quickly because Chabry was getting down the line to first and just didn't make the play at second base. That's the one thing that they can't do in games like this. And he is safe at second base. So first error on the Potters. First and second, nobody out, and Joe Fagan, the shortstop, out of the University of Portland. 292 coming in, 0 for 2 yesterday, and he had a single in the third inning. He shows bunt, and he spins away from an inside fastball at 91. 1-0. Top of the order, that is Tyler Howard on deck. Great crowd out here for Thursday night action. That one right down the middle. And Fagan was going to bunt it, but did not offer. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Half off general admission tickets. That might have been a big draw tonight. Also a really good ball game between two good ball clubs. Swing and a miss. That fastball was impressive at 91. Alex Krosno warming up in the pen. We saw him last night. He was very impressive. He was one of a quartet of Potters relievers last night. Coxon, Krosno, Vargas, and Madsen, who were just lights out. Fouled out of play. 7 innings and 2 hits of relief with 7 strikeouts. I would have given him all player of the game, but you can't really break it up that way. 1-2. Nobody out here in the 5th. Still early in the ball game. Swings and fouls it off. Give Fagan credit. Macho's pumping him in at 93 on that one, and Joe fouls it off and stays alive. Camacho's delivery. Breaking ball. Nice block by Pedersen. Bad news, though, next Wednesday there's no game, so no Wine and Wiener Wednesday. That means Evan can't have his bacon-wrapped hot dog. He made that thing his own yesterday. He really did. Oh, I didn't know that Joe was the Dueling Dogs batter. Willie springs that on me late. Lines it into left field for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third base. Coming up throwing right away was Mace Madsen. He got it in there very quickly, but we've got a bases-loaded situation now with nobody out. A hit by pitch, an error, and a single. Fagan is now 2 for 2, and it's loaded up for Tyler Howard. And Nate Kajowski is going to come out and talk to Camacho. As he got an impressive 2 strikes on Fagan, but Joe kept fouling off some pretty good pitches and finally got one he can handle. And he drilled it in the left field. Madsen coming up with it very quickly. And the Crabs, not wanting to run themselves into an out at home plate, went ahead and held the runner, setting up our bases-loaded situation. Crabs had a 4-0 lead in last night's game, and the Potters came all the way back and won that one 12-4. So the Potters with the 5-0 lead here in the 5th, but the Crabs threatening. Meeting is over. Probably also talking about what they want to do. Obviously, in the infield, you're playing for the double play up the middle. Hard shot to the corners. We're going to come home with it. Howard is grounded to short and headed to a 5-4-3 double play, but he does have 3 runs batted in this series. Check swing, and it's outside. Potter's getting, well, they had Krosno up already, so he continues to loosen in the pen. Nice pitch right there. 92 from Camacho. Out of Stockton, California. And headed off to Cal State Northridge, the Matadors. 1-1 to Howard. Ball 2. Oh, somebody went down and got nachos. Nachos, underrated food, underrated ballpark food. That's lifted foul out of play. I mean, we talk about the $2 off hot dogs. We talk about, obviously, the tacos, but nachos never fail. So we're all even at 2-2 here in the fifth. Potter's playing the outfield straightaway and medium deep. Howard lifts it to right side. Dobson going over there, and it will not be playable. It's by the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill over there. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. At third is Everett Johnson. At second is Jaden Shabry. And at first, Joe Fagan. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. I think the bat might have got Kyle Pedersen as well. Big strikeout right there, but still a problem as Alex Harrington will be the next batter. Eli Garcia is going to come out and check on his catcher. Harrington has singled and flied to center. Those were both against Drew Brown, who went the first 4 and has been relieved by Johnny Camacho. So 1 out. Now Potters, it's double play mentality there. Ryan Vandenbrink is on deck. Did you see the number on that kid's jersey? Yep. I don't think it's a coincidence. Inside corner, call strike. I don't think all of a sudden he wants to rep an offensive lineman who would have that number. I don't think that's it. 0-1 on Harrington at Stanford University. Out in left field today for the Humboldt Crabs. Look out, that's inside. Camacho has hit a batter in this inning. The Potters have made an error behind him and a solid single by Fagan. That's what loaded the bases. A strikeout of Howard, and now it's 1-1 on Harrington. That's grounded out toward short. That's a very slow hit ball, though, so Plant will have to go to first, and he'll get him. It's an RBI ground out for Harrington. Scoring is Johnson. It'll be an unearned run. Moving up, Fagan and Shabry. So still 2 in scoring position, and the dangerous Ryan Vandenbrink coming to the plate. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the fourth. He is 3 for 10 in the series. All 3 of those hits coming in last night's game. And a base hit right here could make it a lot tighter. Madsen very deep in left field. Grounded down to first base. Dobson has it and steps on the bag. Good play by Brady Dobson. Camacho comes through, the young right-hander. Allows just the 1 run in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Potters on top 5-1.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Bottom of inning number 5, Justin Dugan is the new pitcher out of UC Riverside for the Humboldt Crabs. So Dorsch went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Perrin Bland, who was grounded to shortstop twice, and both times good plays by Joe Fagan. He's followed by Brady Dobson and then Cash Brennan. 5, 6, and 7 against the left-hander here in the bottom of the 5th. Bland takes outside for a ball. Perrin coming in at .480 with 2 home runs and 17 batted in. Lifts that one foul to the right side, 1-1. Mayer came in a little while ago. His dad, the mayor of Meridian, Mississippi, came in just to say hello. Jordan Georgeson, well, I don't even want to talk about it. That's lifted foul again. Giving chase over there is Johnson, but he'll not be able to get to it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on P. Bland. High fastball. Pretty good speed on that one, Dugan, at 88 miles an hour. But it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bland fouls that one off. Spoiled that one, had to. Still 2-2. Just starting the bottom of inning number 5 on a great night for baseball. That's suddenly turned a little bit cooler. But we had dollar beers, we had half price general admission, and now we are enjoying a ball game with the Potters leading 5-1. Bland takes a pitch in the dirt, 3-2. We've had, let's see, I think I've seen a lot of hot dogs tonight. Not as many tacos, but some tacos, and then the nachos have really made an impression. Bland chops it over the mound to shortstop. Hagen's going to pick it up, throw to first, off the bag, and he is safe, I believe, at first base. Let's see, what's the call? Yes, he is safe. It's going to be an infield hit for Bland. And Hagen almost robbed him of another hit, but his throw a little bit off, and Johnson tried to make the tag, and Perrin was already by him. So he'll grab the hit. That is the Potters' 9th hit of the day, and he'll bring up Brady Dobson. He's got a single and a single, does Mr. Dobson, which makes 2 singles. Probably preferable. Give me 2 singles or give me a double. I don't know. I'm not going to look for answers on that to E because I don't think he has ordered a single or a double. Dobson takes low for a ball. Soares comes up ready to throw, and we've seen him display a very impressive arm behind the plate. Catcher out of Cabrillo College and headed to University of Nevada, Reno. Bland off at first. He goes outside and will get by the catcher. And Bland is safe at second base with a stolen base. Pretty good pitch to go on, too. Even before it went back to the backstop, it was a low pitch to the outside corner, so it was going to be a tough play for Soares. Potters will be visiting the Crabs and returning the hospitality they're showing them this week. That'll be on the 27th and 28th, a Saturday and Sunday. Might want to think about making the trip up the coast to support our Potters, although Dobson rips it down the first base line. What a play by Everett Johnson, who some say is a former Potter. Just a great play at first base to rob Dobson of at least a double. Moving to third is Bland. And with 1 out, it'll be Cash Brennan.
Coach Giacomini describing the game night at the Humboldt as kind of a little bit of controlled chaos there. Very committed fans. Very committed to having a good time, fans. Brennan check swing. It's a ball. Catch is struck out and grounded to the third. So he is 0 for 2. He's got Bland 90 feet away with a big run, which would answer the one that the Crabs put on the board in the top of this inning. Left-hander against left-hander. Look out, that's inside. 2-0 with Kyle Pedersen next. Infield in for the Crabs. Brennan takes the strike. 2-1. 86 from Dugan right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike. Piper the Peacock kind of keeping a little low key today. You know, not a big crowd. He has his dance party coming up pretty soon, so he's kind of conserving energy. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit, left center field. Brennan delivers the RBI single. The Potters are back up by 5 at 6-1. Big hit by Cash Brennan right there. Second hit of the inning and 6th run of the game for the Potters. They've got RBIs from Madsen. They've got 2 from Malbro. They got 1 from Diome and now 1 from Brennan. So they're spreading it around, and here's Kyle Pedersen. Out of UC Davis, he has struck out and reached on an error. So 0 for 2 for Kyle today. He's followed by Carson Moore in the number 9 spot. Patterson takes the ball inside and low, 1-0. Nobody warming up. We got a pitcher stretching out for the Crabs. That's a nice pitch in there for a strike. One and one now on Kyle. Watches that one go down low, 2-1. Looks like it might be Eli Fogelman out of the College of Marin, but we'll wait till he actually progresses from the stretching to the throwing to the coming in. 2-1 for Kyle Pedersen. Sharp grounder to shortstop. Hagan to second for 1. Bare hand throw to first. That's a nice play by Chabry at second. 6-4-3 double play, but the Potters put 1 up on the board and they go to the 6 on top, 6-1.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
Top of inning number 6. Potters on top 6-1. It's Dawson Raddick out of Gretna, Nebraska, coming on for the Potters. The third pitcher for Lincoln tonight. He'll face Adam Enyard, then Commander Soares, and Jamie Mullen. Enyard fouls it off. So Johnny Camacho goes an inning, gives up a hit, a run. It was not earned. He walked or hit one and struck out one. And now Raddick, after Drew Brown went the first 4 innings. Dawson, there's a ground ball out towards shortstop. Tough play by Bland on a hop to first, and they got him. Bland had to make the play. He had to avoid the third baseman, Brennan, and make the throw on a hop, and Brady Dobson does a great job around first base, handling all kinds of throws. Handled that one, and Enyard is retired. Commander Soares, the hitter. He is grounded to short and singled. He is the catcher out of Cabrillo College for the Humboldt Crabs, and he is up now with 1 out in the 6th. It was a play that Brennan, if he could have cut it off, it would have been better for him to do so, but he couldn't, and then he ends up in the way for Bland, so it worked out okay for the Potters as Raddick delivers outside. Dawson from Reinhardt College, or Reinhardt University. I believe they're the Eagles. It's a safe bet if you don't know to say they're the Eagles. That's fouled out of play by Soares, 1-1. Cabana headed toward University of Nevada, Reno in the fall. Great crowd out here on a Thursday. Hopefully we'll see him back here on Saturday for Piper's birthday. 7:05 first pitch. That one misses outside. And then 6:05 the next night on Sunday. Both of those against the Marysville Giants, so they are PEL affairs. As the Potters, as Jordan was talking about, it's important to get these early games, get off to a good start. High fly ball left field. Madsen has room now. He's going to come over toward the foul line and make the catch in fair territory for the out. Mays Madsen plays pretty good left field out there. It's not an easy place to play here at McBean Stadium. And with 2 outs, here's Jamie Mullen, who has the record for longest foul ball of the season last time. And a ball that I believe ended up in the swimming pool, or if the swimming pool is still there, or it's still going. One of the two. But it was a foul ball. Ended up flying out to center field in that at bat. And he takes a strike. 0-1. Good cowbell representation tonight. Good fan representation. Lured in by the dollar bill and half price, I'm sure. But once they got here, it's a lot of fun. It's not too hot, you know. Mullen hits another one of his historic foul balls. We'll call that Mullen territory over there. Jamie out of Sacramento State University, the Hornets. And it is quickly 0-2. That's lifted up in the infield. Raddick points at it. Cash Brennan comes in and makes the catch. A good inning for Dawson Raddick. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Potters stay on top, 6-1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hey, baseball fans, you may have noticed our scoreboard goes out from time to time. You can help us get a new one. Give $20 and get a chance at winning 2 tickets to some of the region's biggest events, like the Outlaw Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, a Sacramento Kings game, or Ringling Brothers Circus. All proceeds benefit the Big Swing Capital Campaign. You can buy now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Hey everyone, this is Alex with the Downtown Lincoln Association. We're super excited to kick off Lincoln Loves Local, a new campaign designed to spotlight amazing businesses that make Lincoln so unique. We partnered with Dalila from UN Social Agency to create short, high-quality videos that help boost your visibility and reach right here in the Lincoln community. Each video will be shared on DLA's social media and newsletter, making it easy for locals to discover and support your business. So let's celebrate what makes Lincoln special together.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Carson Moore, our first hitter. Our new pitcher is Eli Fogelman out of the College of Marin. He is the 4th pitcher. Standish started, then Dorsch, Dugan, who went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. And now Fogelman, a right-hander, against the left-hander Carson Moore, who's flied to left and hit into a fielder's choice. Lines it right back up the middle on 1 hop. Hagan has it and throws him out. Hit well, but right at the shortstop. And with 1 out, that'll go top of the order, and Jordy Lopez, last night's player of the game, is doing pretty well tonight. A double, a single, and a walk, and he scored 3 times. So he's up here for his 4th time. Trying to keep that on-base streak going. Out of Elk Grove, California. Batting at .488 when he came in. Might be right up over 500 now. That's lifted high up in the air. Will it stay in play? I don't think so. Fogelman has the traditional 3/4 delivery, maybe a little bit lower than that. And he is ahead in the count 0-1 under the College of Marin. (6-1), bottom of the 6th. Potter's on top. That one's outside for a ball. Mays Madsen, who came up with a big RBI single his last time up, on deck. 1 out here in the 6th with the ground out from Carson Moore. Jordy hits it into the hole in the left field, a base hit. So he keeps it going, his barrage. 3 hits and a walk. Thinking Alex Krosno, who's still warming up in the pen, maybe coming in for the Potters here in the top of the 7th, but we'll wait and see as the umpire goes out to talk with Fogelman or give him a new baseball, and Mace Madsen comes to the plate. He's struck out twice and has an RBI single. His 5th run batted into the summer already. Not in a lot of at-bats from Madsen, right around 20. So Lopez at first. He's a threat to steal. Fogelman delivers, popped up. Mullen thought he might have a chance. Watch out over there by 3rd. That one is into the food court almost. 0-1.
Oh, there's the girl that came up here and she has the American flag dress. And I don't know if that's fashion or if you're not supposed to do that or something. I don't know. So Luke Stavbarker says respect. I don't know what that means either. That's a nice pitch, but it's high and inside. So I guess it's not so nice 1-1. I think it's a little respect. I'll give you that. One ball and one strike. That is inside again. 2-1. Cabana Soares behind the plate. Mullen down at third, Fagan at short. Chabry at second, and over at first tonight is Everett Johnson. 2-1 to Mays. Look out, that's inside, 3-1. Outfield, Harrington, Howard, and Enyart for the Humboldt Crabs, who won Tuesday night's affair 3-2. Potters won last night 12-4. And they lead tonight 6-1. 3-1 pitch. There goes the runner. It's grounded foul down the first base line. The first base coach with a nifty little snag. And Jordy Lopez will go on back to first base because that's the rules. You can't go to second if it's a foul ball. Kind of like these Thursday nights. Thirsty Thursday, we give a little bit of frugal, give a little break on the tickets. Throw a little drink special up there, and, throw a nice ball game out here. Weather, pretty good, Certainly could be worse. It's a good move. We got another one coming up next Thursday against the Solano Mudcats. I don't know what kind of specials we've got there, but I'll talk to the people up in the top floor and see what I can do. Full count coming up. Inside, ball 4. So Madsen reaches for the second straight time, this time via the walk with one out. There are now 2 on, and here's Quincy Malbrough, who has a couple RBI singles and a walk. Looks like we got the birthday boy Ryan Jackson coming out in the on-deck circle to bat for Aiden Diome. So Diome went 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he will be replaced. All indications as Ryan Jackson. So here's Quincy with 1 out. He takes outside, and that's off the glove back to the screen, and both runners will advance on the wild pitch. And that gives Quincy the chance to pick up 2 more runs batted in. He's got 2 already. And he's got now 14 on the season, just 3 behind Perrin Bland for the team lead. Infield in for the Crabs as they trail at 6-1. Quincy hitting .429 coming in tonight, and he's 2 for 2. Inside, 2-0. Malbrough takes a strike. Like he might have been taken all the way in that one, or might have pulled it because Vogelman went all the way down to 74 miles an hour on that one to drop it into the strike zone. Quincy's still ahead at 2 balls and 1 strike. Hits it high in the air to center field, not that deep, well, medium deep. That's Howard out there, makes the catch. The tag is made. Here comes Lopez. Cuts the throw off, throw to third. Into a rundown is Madsen very smartly as the run scores for Lopez, and Madsen will be tagged out. So Lopez scores on the sacrifice fly. Madsen is tagged out in the rundown. Potters score a run here in the 6th. We go to the 7th. They're on top 7-1.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
You are Laborers Rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers.
Top of inning number 7. Potters on top 7-1. Mark the Fenimo along with E, the engineer Evan. And Alex Krosno comes in and hits the first batter, Everett Johnson. Second time in a row, Everett's been hit by a pitch. Leading off an inning back in the 5th, he did the same thing. This time, not quite as glancing a blow as Krosno's fastball at 89 ran in on Everett. And Jaden Shabry will be the hitter. It's grounded out and reached on an error for Shabry out of Delta College. Krosno went 2 innings last night, gave up a hit, and had a strikeout, no runs allowed. Outside for a ball. He was part of that quartet of relievers that went 7 innings and gave up 2 hits and struck out 7. Coxon, Krosno, Vargas, and Matson. So quickly 1-0 here. And it's 2-0. Joe Fagan, the shortstop, on deck. The number 9 hitter. Right down the middle for a strike. 2-1. Crabs scored their only run back in the 5th inning. Potters had 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd and 4th, and then 1 in the 5th and 6th. There goes the runner. It's a chopper. It's going to be a tough play by Bland. He tried to barehand it and won't be able to make the play. It's an infield single. And with a hit batter and infield single, runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in the 7th. And it'll bring up Joe Fagan, who was singled and singled. Shortstop out of University of Portland is 2 for 2, 2 for 4 in the series. He is the GOAT batter, or Dueling Dogs batter, which makes Dueling Dogs 50% off if he strikes out. But the Potters really more interested in getting outs right now here in the 7th inning. By any way they can. Fagan takes high. 90 miles an hour from Krosno. Bland had to try to barehand that one. That was the only chance he had. And even if he had done that, I don't know that he's getting Shabry at first base. That's in the dirt. Patterson has it. Throw to third, and he is out at third. Big play, Kyle Pedersen. And a nice scoop at third by Brennan, and he applies the tag. Big play indeed. So 1 out now. 2-0 on Fagan. Patterson got it back, got it quickly, got it to third, but
Brennan had to make a nice scoop and tag, and he did. Crosno delivers outside, ball 3. Tyler Howard is on deck, the leadoff man. There's a strike. Got to admire the fans that come out and go, you know something, it's the 7th inning, I could use a couple of dogs. Go down to Fat Cat, come back. They're set for the rest of the game. Just set to go. 3-1 is inside, ball 4. So Potter's got a break with the throw out at third, but the walk now given up to Fagan. He goes to first for the 3rd time in a row, and here's Tyler Howard, who was grounded out to short, grounded into a double play, and struck out. Howard has had key hits the last 2 nights. He had a 2-run single in the game last night. He had an RBI single in the game on Tuesday night. He's up here with 2 on and 1 out. Crosno's pitch is in there for a strike. 91 for Alex. Best pitch of the inning so far. Alex Harrington follows Tyler Howard. Shabry at second. Over at first is Fagan. Check swing, but that's in there. Nice pitch again by Crosno. 0-2 quickly to Tyler Howard. Got both of his hits on 2 strike counts in the first 2 games of the series. He's got 2 strikes right now. That's in the dirt. Patterson blocks it. 1-2. I think we might have a pinch hitter on deck. That one just a little bit too high. I think that's Liam Forsyth in the on-deck circle. Oh, no, that's not. Okay, it's Harrington. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Check swing didn't go. 3-2. So in danger of loading the bases here with 1 out. A hit batter, an infield single, and a walk. Fortunately, we had a runner thrown out trying to steal. Cowbell's doing their part, that's for sure. 3-2 pitch. Doubt the runners will be going. We'll see. They're not. Chopper down to third, but it's foul. Third base coach just picks it out of the air. Makes the play on the big hopper. We'll do it again at 3-2. Brown started for the Potters, and Camacho went an inning, Raddick went an inning, and now Alex Crosno. Don't see if there's anybody warming up down there right now. We'll do a 3-2 pitch again, and it's ball 4. The Potters will talk out not only trying to get this batter, but what they're going to do. Obviously play for the double play up the middle, maybe go for the plate in the corners, but that's what they'll be talking about. Everybody seems to be on the same page. Exchange a couple of high fives. We're ready to go again.
Just a reminder, we're going to be having our 50-50 draw coming up pretty quick. Get your tickets ready, folks. Now batting to 39, let's go to
So here's Harrington, going to Stanford University, which is pretty cool. And he takes the ball, 1-0. .368 coming into the series. 0 for 3 in this series coming into tonight, and that's ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the inning. And that's ball 3. Kind of overthrew on that one.
Vandenbrink and Enyart, two very dangerous hitters, follow Harrington. That one is in there for a strike. 3-1. Potash early getting someone up to loosen up. And it's ball 4. So Shabry scores. The RBI will go to Harrington, his second of the game. Fagan moves over to third. Now at second is Howard, and Harrington takes over at first. And here's Vandenbrink, and with one swing, he can make this a one-run game. Jacob Gergen in the pen, number 30. Vandenbrink takes a strike. He has struck out, grounded to third, and grounded to first. One run in, 7-2 ball game. Swings and misses at that one. 0-2. Adam Enyart to follow. Fouls that one back to the screen, an outside fastball at 89. So Vandenbrink stays alive. Ryan out of Oregon State University. 3 for 11 in the series. All three of those hits came in last night's game where he was 3 for 5 and drove in a run. That's over the head of the batter, and a nice play by Pedersen to snag it before it went back to the screen. I don't know where that one was going to go. I'm just glad nobody was injured on that one. 1-2. I have to reset after that one. We'll unplug and plug back in. Fouled off on the right field line. Giving chase is Malbrough, but Quincy won't get there. And that ball actually went pretty far from Vandenbrink. And he'll come all the way back and do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Six hits on the night for the Humboldt Crabs. And 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vandenbrink. Fastball misses outside, 2-2. Enyart, who is fielder's choice and a couple of groundouts so far, but he has home run power with 3 of them on the summer. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout right there. But just 2 outs for the Potters, and here is Adam Enyart out of Bakersfield and Sacramento State University. Got the save in the game on Tuesday night, did Adam Enyart. Gave up a hit, got a strikeout. Cash Brennan lined out to end that game. Lined it out to first. Jason Areola, the first baseman in Tuesday's game. But Enyart up here with a chance to make things very uncomfortable for the Potters. And he takes a ball. 1-0. He is followed by Cabana Soares. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. A very nerve-wracking 7th inning for Potters fans. Crosno gets outside, 2-0. Ground down at third. Handled by Brennan. He's going to have to go all the way across the diamond. He does it. Dobson stays on the bag, and the Potters get out of it. They do allow a single run, though. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potter fans stretching with a little bit of relief as they lead 7-2.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Bottom of the 7th inning, we're doing our 50-50 up here, trying to give away like $480, and no one will say they have the winning ticket, so that's a separate thing. Right now, Ryan Jackson is going to hit for Aiden Dion here in the bottom of the 7th, and our new pitcher is Cody Collins. He comes out of Sac State, or Sacramento State University, more accurately. Wearing number 9, and he'll face Mr. Jackson, and then Perrin Bland and Brady Dobson here in the 7th. Looks like we do get, there's our winner right there. Oh, somebody's offering to buy the ticket off her as she comes up. No, don't sell it. Keep it. Come on up, and she'll come to my window, and I'll get to take all her money. Collins' next pitch is a strike, 1-1. Go to the next window over, dear. Right over there. There you go. Yay, bravo. She's just throwing the ticket at him. That's okay. I'm tipping you $20. I'm giving you $20. Everybody gets $20. I'll take $20. That's hit out in the air to right field, hit pretty well. Enyard goes back. He's got room, and he makes the catch right in front of the wall. So Jackson, a home run on his birthday, would have got him player of the game as far as I'm concerned. But he is out, and Perrin Bland will be the hitter. Perrin, she's not giving it all go back. She can't do that. Can you give most of it back and give it rest to me? Come on, I could use a couple of bucks. I'm a volunteer basically up here. Come on, hey. Payday, hey. Oh, well. Perrin Bland, 1 for 3. Check swing, it is a ball. And he did not swing, according to the first base umpire. What a wonderful lady. Again, she had like 480. She couldn't drop me 40 and then give the rest back. I would have given you 5. E, come on, you're a good guy, but I need the money. Perrin takes a strike. 91 from Cody Collins, who was the 5th pitcher. Standish, Dorsch, Dugan, Fogelman, and Collins. And that does sound like a lawyer's firm. Maybe CPA. Bland fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes on P. Bland out of Meridian, Mississippi. Jordy Lopez. Jordy Lopez is going to don a different hat maybe and come on the mound as he is loosening up in the pen. He's also 3 for 3 with a walk. So he's going to try to do it all. That's fine. Why not? Bland takes call, strike 3. Two outs here in the 7th inning, and Brady Dobson, who has singled twice and grounded to first on a very good play by Everett Johnson at first base. So Dobson 2 for 3 as he steps in here. Comes to us out of Stockton, California, Lincoln High School down there, the Trojans, I believe. And he goes to Cal State Fullerton, the Titans. Dobson takes a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Dobson. Fouls that one off, so it's quickly 0-2. Kraft warming up. One more right-hander down there, probably going to bring him on for the 8th inning. The Potters, as we said, with Jordy Lopez loosening up. The do-it-all guy. Oh-2 coming up to Brady. High fastball. Now, Jordy hit a home run last night. If he's going to pitch and hit home runs, can we call him Shohei? Shohei Lopez? I don't know. I got to workshop it. You can see the thought behind it, though, righty? I don't know if it really flows, though. Foul back to the screen. Better than two-way Lopez, though, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Again, workshopping. You got to workshop. Still 0-2. Are making 1-2 on Brady Dobson. Singled in the second and the third, then grounded out in the 5th. Did Mr. Dobson. Sails outside with that fastball from Collins. Evens it up at 2-2. Cash Brennan would be next if Brady can reach base. And if he doesn't, he'll be next inning probably. 2-2 pitch is spoiled again by Brady Dobson. Collins keeps putting him in there. Brady keeps putting him out of there. Came in at 346 on the year. He does have a home run. He had it on Tuesday night, as a matter of fact. Made a 3-1 game, 3-2. And he has driven in 7 runs. Outfield straightaway and pretty deep for Brady. And he reaches on that off-speed pitch and fouls that one back to the screen. Anticipating Collins, who's been coming in right around 90 miles an hour for most of the inning, and went down to 76 on that one, and almost got Brady off stride. That is outside high and just a problem right there, 3-2. You know, there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, so fans you can still get over to the Brick and Barrel Backyard Bar and Grill. Beer sales don't end until after the 7th inning. If you sneak over there now, that's a pro move right there. You're liable to get some discounted merchandise. I mean, what are you going to do with it, Curtis the beer man, he's making deals over there all the time. What a great guy he is. He was our guest a couple weeks ago on the People You Meet at McBean segment on a Sunday. And Brady fouls it off again. And he is a great guy, and I would since learned that he is a great bowler as well and has a 300 game, and he didn't even mention that. You don't normally just say to a person out of the blue, did you have 300 game? No, you don't. We should do a video series on his 300 game. Just have a frame every week, Our bowling podcast. Lifted left side, that may stay in. No, it won't. Mullen chasing it over there. And it's over by the food court, by the kids zone. Actually, kids zone a little bit farther out. So Dobson stays up to the plate for an inordinate amount of time. And it is still 3 balls and 2 strikes on the Potters first baseman. Line drive up the middle, a base hit. So Dobson, I don't know if he won the war, but he won the battle as he gets his 3rd hit of the night. Hit number 12 for the Potters, and Cash Brennan, who delivered a clutch RBI single back in the 5th, will be the hitter. He is 1 for 3. Struck out in the second, grounded to third in the third, and then got the big single back in the fifth to plate a run after the Crabs had put a run up on the board in the top of the fifth. So a good night for Brady Dobson. He joins Jordy Lopez with 3 hits. And here is Brennan out of Rockland, California. He takes the ball, 1-0. Kyle Pedersen is scheduled next, but it looks like might have a pinch here. We'll wait and see if the occasion arises. Line drive, base hit right field. Rounding second is Dobson. The ball gets away in right field. Dobson's going to be waved all the way. The cutoff, they throw it to third instead. He's out at third, but the run scores before that, so the Potters will get a run and make it 8-2 as we go to the top of inning number 8.
You are laborers rising. And now you understand where we came from, what solidarity means, and what we have ahead of us. No one's going to defend us but us. No one's going to help construction workers except us. And I can't wait to see you out there.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most.
Top of the 8th inning, Potters on top 8-2. Commander Soares is the first hitter. He will face Jordy Lopez, who moves in from center field to take over on the mound and deliver an outside fastball for a ball. Moving into center field from left is Mays Madsen, and Ryan Jackson, who pinch hit for Diome, the DH, will come into the game and take over in left field. Lopez throws one by Soares, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cabana has grounded to short, singled, and flied to left. out of Cabrillo College, headed to University of Nevada, Reno. Hit right back up the middle into center field, a base hit. So Soares is 2 for 4. Hit number 7 for the Crabs, and it'll bring up Jamie Mullen, who has wowed us with his foul ball prowess and has singled, flied out, and popped out. Third baseman from Sac State. Has his own fans in the has his own